Okay, all right. Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's me, that guy. Um, I always say I haven't made a video in a while, and then it's like right today, and then 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, here I am. A month later, fuck. But um, hold up. Well, don't. Well, yeah. This. It's not. See, at late night. I like recording at late night because it's like no one up. I got the privacy, I got time, and I got like an hour, 30 minutes even to just jot down some thoughts or record some thoughts. But I'll see what's happening, what's making do. Hopefully nothing too uninterrupted. But yeah. So yeah, I'm here. Update, check up on my life, I guess. Uh, yeah, since I don't have any real friends, right? LOL. Um. mm, or real life friends. I didn't mean. Yeah, sometimes I say things and I think about what I said like 5 seconds later, so I get quiet sometimes on the mic. Like, oh shit, I just said something stupid. But you get the joke. I'm doing some gardening. That's a plus. I like. Uh, Trust me. Like I said, I think I've even mentioned this before. Self sustainability. That's what I'm gunning for. That's what I want. That's my goal. That's one of my goals. Is to say, okay, where can I go? Who can I live with? How can we barter? How can we live better? As a test, as a testimony, to say, okay, I go somewhere else, I can break it down and whatever. So when it comes to that, it's green skies, and I'll post a picture. I think I'll post a picture in the video as it's scrolling, so you'll see it. Um, I might do that. I don't want to reveal location, but I'll see what I can do, which is not location-y. I'm trying to say a non picture. But when it comes to um parkour, man, this is what I really want to turn the mic on for, because it's not a serious debate or topic. It's just something I think about. So I'm just thinking about it. Let me put it into the pot. Haven't recorded in a while. Hopefully, I kick myself in the ass and post this video, post this recording, and really just connect with people who like to watch my videos or comment or listen just for commentary sake. Is parkour, and I think about how it relates to me. To me, I think, and in my opinion, it doesn't. Probably because of my personality. Probably not my personality, but more of my movement style, my body type. Let's categorize it like that. About it in that essence, right? I don't go hip hooray. I don't go hip hip hooray. I want to. I really want to go. Yeah, I'm gonna do some parkour today. But I'm like, nah, because I'm learning to be a more purposeful person, I think, or thinker. Like, if it's something completely idiotic, I don't even want to do it. As much as it's like, oh, come on, have fun, relax, and yeah, if I'm fucking high or drunk, or if it's just in the moment, I'll do it. But it's like sober thought, time consumption wise. Excuse me. I know it's kind of like I'm a prude or a prune for thinking like that. But I think that that's kind of what could carry me further versus just having a whole bunch of fun, doing what everybody else does. And then when I'm 30 years old, 40 years old, okay, time to really grind down and get a job for 10 years and get a pension. It's like no, it's called that's to me that's cognitive dissonance. If you know it's wrong, try to steer away from it as best as you can. Cognitive dissonance. When I think about parkour and I watch it or watch, I don't feel the same like thing in my gut, my chakra or whatever, my orange chakra. I don't feel the same as if I like it. So I'll like it. I'll go, oh my god, Spider Man, and whenever that's acrobatic, and yeah, like I'll go, yeah, that's cool. Then I'll think to myself, all right, I want to do that. Then I think about doing it, and I'm like, it's an adrenaline pumping thing, or an extreme sport. Air quotes, air quotes. I have come to learn that these types of sports may or may not, but to me, most likely seem to stem towards people of cracker complexion. No, I'm kidding. But like, white people, Europeans, Caucasians, their life depends on them being extreme. Maybe I'm bullshitting. I think about the Ice Age, whatever. I'm just trying to say that when I look at how people of color operate, me being in that category, when how we operate, it's not, to me, it's not the same as how when people of non-color operate. You see me? Like they don't relax. Even on a casual day, they look like they're ready for a fucking boat trip or a mountain climb. Tell me I'm wrong. If you live in New York or whatever, tell me I'm wrong. When you see a white person, how they casually dressed, do they look like they're just ready to just relax throughout the day, or they're just ready to bust out a workhorse or whatever, a saw, or axe, or a paddle? Like they look like they want to just live in the wild. And so does because any other human being, naturally, we want to be a part of our environment and our climate and our seasons and whatever, and so on. So when I look at parkour, and I get kind of down because I'm like, damn, I want to flip and climb and jump and acrobatically land like a cat and spider and then I want to do that type of stuff. But my adrenaline doesn't wait. Look at BMX or skateboarding or skiing. People, white people. I mean, if you were subscribed to me and you feel offended, I get it, or sort of offended, I get it. It's not really this, separation or distancing from other races and ethnic backgrounds. It's just more of like an observation that I'm noting. Because I just think to myself, wow, what's even? I have a I have a pull-up bar in my basement, and the pull-up bar is the bar is obviously a bar is round usually. Yeah, yeah, a beam is square, a bar is round, or sometimes that's the case. But besides that point, I do pull-ups, right? I do pull-ups and I try to do dips. This thing, I'm like, yeah, I can work out. But guess what? When I'm gripping the bar or the handle, it's round. Perfect, right? That's pretty fucking cool. Now, when I think about, excuse me, parkour, the edges of buildings, how round are they? Sometimes you could be. Depends on the architect, right? Depends on how they build it and shit. But my point being is that when it's natural to have round things, I just thought about round butts because I thought that people listening may have a round butt, but I'm the only one with a dirty mind, so excuse me. But when it comes back to when it comes back to the pull-up bar, it's round. You can grip it. Look at a banana. Look at a monkey. They can grip it. Everybody's built naturally to grip round things or to put like it's kind of recent to have square shit. You know what I'm trying to say? For me, it's kind of new to have square shit. It's only a matter of time till the iPad becomes the eye coaster, or the eye circle, the eye frisbee. It's only a matter of time. So it's to me more natural to acclimate and grasp circle shaped objects, a tree, my dick, just something that's grippable roundly. You know what I'm trying to say? Versus a square. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to it comes to just picture myself here or there. One, I'm asking myself, why am I doing it? You know what I'm trying to say? Why am I jumping over this thing to get to that square thing, and then hopefully not like it? To me, I don't really see my body and my mind can't create a connection as to why I should do it. Like as a kid, of course, as a kid, everybody did. Everybody jumped from this and jumped from that and ran. The floor is lava. It was fun. Now you're 23, 24. Go and jump off a bed and grab it onto a window ledge if your life doesn't depend on it. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's kind of where I'm at with the parkour thing, is that it doesn't seem naturally acclimated to me, one, people of color, and then two, it doesn't seem to adapt for just entertainment, not entertainment, but like what's that word? But just like working out or lifestyle, it doesn't really seem to fit me. I mean, I don't know yet. Like I can do marathons, do a 5K, do a let's see what we can do with that. But to do, let's just jump, jump, jump. Like I'm not really feeling that. I'm just not really feeling that. Probably my energy level is different than people who do it, obviously. But to me, where I don't understand it, and just to bring up another example, I think I didn't really mention, was when it comes to action movies and action movie star. Look at you. Point. Okay, proven. Not trying to convince anybody, but just convincing myself at the same time. But just like I said, making an observation. Expendables. Looking at the movie, the series Expendables. What Wesley Snipes just now? Expendables 3. That's Wesley Snipes. First one had Terry Crews. And I think that he was the only black guy. Yeah, he was the only person of color in that movie, right? everybody else, European or Asian, somehow, whatever, they're loving it. Yeah, Rocky, da 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 da. Jason Strahan and Arnold Schwarzenegger. These are guys who I don't know what's the anatomy difference, but I just think there is one, and of course there is one, but just to link it to parkour and then to also to match it up with my analysis is that and critique is that they love the adrenaline stuff. White people of non, they like to have adrenaline pumping through them. Being a Philip, what's that? Hope I don't get whatever. Um Philip, what's that dude's name? The swimmer, the Olympic swimmer who won like 8 medals, 8 gold medals. He's white. Philip, some N word. Not out of the fact that he's an N word, but out of the fact that it was like it's casual language, and I slipped it. I slipped up a little bit. It's still on my tongue. I just want to say it. Like what's that N word name? But but then the people in the Olympics and stuff. It's like the stuff they do is different than the stuff we do or I do. They do than I do. It's a difference. There's a big difference. You know what I'm trying to say, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not just abandoning the idea of parkour when it comes to my life, but it's just I don't see the kick in doing it. I just don't see it yet, or at all. I don't see it. Excuse me. I just don't see the like. If I was like an abandoned warehouse or an abandoned something, I'd have been like, okay, I'm fit enough to do this, and like, I mean, I gotta have a passion behind it, and that goes for a lot of things in life. You gotta have a passion for it. So I don't per se have a passion for it right now. I don't really per se have a passion for it right this instant, but maybe I'll get buff enough to get, like, ooh, yeah, I look good. I should do parkour. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't really know. But that's just my observation when it comes to people who are of Caucasian, European descent. They seem to just wrestling, like it's just everything is extreme. Like I mean, skiing, it's like they snowboarding. I mean, I probably not naming a few good examples. Probably some people that are really technical assholes are gonna say, "Well, you're not proving your point still." But I really, to myself, I'm like, "Yo, even skateboarding, BMXing. Who's the face of these? Who are the faces of these sports mainly? White people. I'm not saying white people can't play basketball, so they're not super great at basketball. The majority of them, the majority of them seem to not do sports that like I don't want to say this is kind of dumb too. This is kind of discriminatory, but let me just say it's kind of like kind of keep throwing stuff in the pot. I don't think white people are necessarily arrogant and violent, super completely. I don't know that, or Europeans. I don't know that, but they seem to not do peaceful things. You know about stories of slavery or stories of when they went to the Christopher Columbus. Just their history is bloody, and a lot of other cultures and races and and like nations and stuff. Their history is also bloody too. But just in relation to America right now, USA, and just how they. They go around different countries, murdering nations, genocide, and colonization, blood. Not all of them right now, but they have done it. Someone along the lines have done it, has done the deed, right? They don't seem to be peaceful in the sense to me. That's why I said that. I look at Native Americans, Indians, any culture of just Buddha and peace and smoking weed or whatever. They don't seem to be on some let's kill everybody. Movies today, comic books today, everything today. I don't know if it's a ploy by the higher ups, the elites, the Illuminati, whatever. But there's a there's a clear difference in how white people operate in their life when it comes to movies and fiction and entertainment versus how black people conduct ourselves. So yes, we do have black on black crime, but then you have white on white crime. You have, what I'm trying to say, Napoleon, Julius Caesar. These people don't come off to be like, oh, we bring peace. It's like, nah, we're gonna kill everybody and take everybody's shit. Like that's the summary of white people in a sense in the modern days term. It's not like we, but just like wow, they could be potentially evil inside their genetic code. That sounds dumbass. That sounds pretty dumb coming from me, or probably sounds kind of normal coming from me because you probably think I'm dumb, whichever the case may be. That's that's what I'm ballparking when it comes to just sports activities. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's look at look at look at rock music, metal music, and white people dance. They're throwing fists and throwing blows. You like, really? Like, you in the crowd trying to enjoy yourself and you get hit. Ah, why'd you hit me? And then you hit them back and you don't care because that's their culture. So I don't know if they're violent. I don't want to make that assumption right now. Probably it's a great assumption to make or a good assumption to make. I don't know, but I don't want to sound like too much of an asshole in this video. But just to kind of like throw in the racial combined with the sports combined in with me blogging or vlogging, talking. So yeah, I mean, it's like I can climb. Like think about this. Slaves or people in countries that's third world countries, they have high trees that produce these crazy fruits or these crazy, and these people climb the tree. Trees 20 feet, 30 feet tall. People in African tribes live in this forest, and the trees are so tall, and you make a tree house so high. Okay, climbing. We do climb. Climbing. Okay, we're running. We have to run a certain speed. Okay, running. That makes a lot of sense. We gotta run. Gotta throw the spear. Gotta use the arrow. There's things that we have done, or other races of color have done in the past that just resemble strong movements. Not something that's like hurting yourself. When I look at BMX, when I look at skateboarding, when I look at mountain climbing, when I look at skiing, when I look at all these other sports that they do, white people or Caucasians or Europeans do, they don't seem to really benefit you. Give you a skydiving. How crazy skydiving? As much as it sounds fun, how crazy is skydiving? Saying, you know what? We're gonna build a plane. We're gonna use planes that's already built and put a parachute on and just jump out. Probably an exercise for military to paratroopers. Skydiving wasn't invented yet. But then along the line, somebody said, you know what? Let's just jump out the plane and just float. Just lie there or, just fall to the earth and just pull a parachute. Down extremely like, yeah. Oh my God. I just thought about some shit. Just to parachute, just to skip skydiving, but just you get my point, I guess. But just thinking about another thing, not to say I'm blaming white people. When I think about downhill coasting or cruising, like getting a longboard, skateboard, and going downhill very fast. Like they do a lot of dangerous things, a lot of ballsy things. And don't get me wrong, it looks there's music in the background. It's on YouTube. It gets 1 million hits. Hooray! But these are really dangerous fucking. Look at Jackass, the show. Please be advised, do not try these things at home. How many kids try those things at home? So, I mean, I'm not trying to say white people are dumber or black people are smarter or white people are more brave and black people are more. I'm not saying that. I'm just looking at the contrast between how we live our lives in our cultures that we sometimes identify, even recognize at the time. But to me, I've recognized that. Not to say I'm going to give up parkour, but just to like throw it out there to you guys that this is what I see. This is how I feel when it comes to parkour. I think about it, I'm like, yeah, Spider-Man, but then I really a little bit of it, and I'm just like, do I really want to run that fast, clip my leg, and hit my fucking elbow on the ground, and like, do I really want to do that? Like what does that avail to? What does that come out to be? Like, dang, I question things. I'm trying. I question things, but that's how I'm saying. That's how I feel about it. So this video, this recording, how long is it? It's almost 20 minutes, 20-minute mark. Didn't think that would happen, but hey, it happened. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it. It's just like the sports majority of the sports that they do is rough. It's just football even. Why are we banging why are we hurting each what? You know what I'm trying to say? Like why? Like I said, I think it's a challenge. I think it's a challenge for them. Like probably during the Ice Age, they had to really make tough decisions, and you know what I'm trying to say. Like I don't really believe that that people of color have the same energy as when it comes to what white people do. Like I honestly believe there's a huge difference. Think about the Caribbeans. You go to the Caribbeans, is there blood warfare? And no, it's sunny, nice weather, nice trees, beautiful people smiling. Not everywhere in the Caribbean, but just the idea of Caribbean islands or just islands, you don't have a sense of killing one another or dominating or stealing resources. You just kind of like, okay, all right, yeah, I'm the Caribbeans. And what's the color of the skin of people who are native to Caribbean islands? A darker hue or brown sugar, whatever color. But you kind of get my point though. I hope people get my point. And just like there's now other people of different races and cultures and ethnic backgrounds live across the planet and have lived in a vast years, just long 10,000 years or whatever, how we've been living. So for me to be of my complexion and then I'm gonna start doing parkour, it's like to just jump really high, and I mean you feel great, but I don't want to be that guy that's trying to fit into something I don't think mm, is designed for me. You know what I'm trying to say? I know a lot of movies see that character who's a little kid and he's like, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and I'm tired of being in the lower class system as a young fluffy Disney animated character. I want to move up, and I don't care if it's gonna take 2 hours and 3 minutes for me to move up in this movie. Like I don't want to be that kid because that's kind of like cliche. I'm anti that bullshit. So I don't want to just be that other kid in real life, just like, oh, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna feel good about doing it. It's like, nah, I don't want to force it. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't really want to force what may not be designed for me in the sense of in lifestyle culture in my own body. I can work out, get nice trim buff and all that type of shit and be okay. But to grab and brick and then pull myself up and climb over it, and it's like if it's an obstacle course, I have to save a baby or some shit, I would make a way. You know what I'm trying? I'm running away from a bear at the same time. I'd have to make a way. But I'm gonna do it for just the kick of it. Like, nah, I don't really feel like that's. I don't really feel like that's the way to do it. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't really feel like that's the way to do it in life. Just, yeah, man, you want to try it, and yeah, I can do flips and double flips. Yeah, flipping. It's like, nah. I rather play soccer. Not like I wouldn't play soccer, but just games that seem simple and that boost everybody seem to be more. I know it's a lot of times where people say, oh, if you go to a skate park or you go to a ski resort, white people are helping other white people get better. And I'm like, yeah, but from the jump, that really wasn't your nature. You know what I'm trying to say? Sorry to sound so rash, but it don't seem like that was your nature from the beginning. Just now that you're seeing the help feed the children commercials and shit, like, and we're giving food away to different, like, that's new. That's really fucking new. There's a lot of dirt that white people have done or centuries. So for them to try to now brush it up with feed the children and give $1 and all types of bullshit and fight kids, it's like whoa. What about all the bullshit y'all did? Like who's gonna pay? Like are white people gonna pay for what? Not to bring it in such like a reparation type of point of view, but just more or less like they do that. We don't. Not trying to say people who are white who are subscribed to me feel like that, but they do that. They chop heads, they guillotine and French Revolution, they do that type of shit. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's just like they look at the main characters for Assassin's Creed, the video game. They're not black. About one of them, I think. One was Native American. No, one was Native American. Assassin's Creed 3, and the other one was a slave. He used to be a slave, and he got free, and then that's Assassin's Creed Black Flag, the pirate one. So 2 people of color out of all those 9 people of color. So I just that's what I'm trying to say. I just point out a point to myself, posting on YouTube, see if I'm right, see if I'm wrong, what's going on, and that's pretty much it. So I will end this recording in about a minute. I don't want to forget anything, but yeah. I got the book still, but I'm keeping busy with other things, and it's like I can't really do much besides crawl, hop, jump up and down. Certain little things to get my legs good enough or to start. Because if I'm thinking about doing another 5K. So you'll see, I'll do things to build towards my parkour, but I really don't know. I think you gotta have a thing for it. You gotta grow up, and if you don't, you just kind of fall off. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, to be at my age and think that, oh, I'm just gonna get into it. Like, nah. Like, nah. like an obstacle course, I could do that all day. Just to park, nah. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm a dickhead. Tell me if I'm on top of my own opinion. Whatever you want to say, chop it up with me. It's cool. No bias, no judgment, no hard feelings. Yep, I'm gonna end it here. Remember, I am the pupil, you are the master, vice versa, and we shall learn from each other. Peace out. Good night. I would say something, but I don't want to say it because the TSA or NSA might be listening. And it's a peaceful. I was watching Ender's Game, the movie. I rent it from my library as a DVD. I think the ending kind of is pale. I didn't read the book, Ender's Game, but this one kid says to the other kid, "Assalamu alaikum." At the end of the video, but I was like, "Yeah, that's not a good time to say it right now." Right now.